I've enjoyed exploring the Phoenix area, but after a full day of driving and adventure, it was time to bed down for the night. But why rent a room when you can rent a whole trailer? Or in my case, a bus. Tonight, I was heading to Bisbee, Arizona. Bisbee is near the Mexican border and is about 25 minutes from Tombstone. It also boasts a rich history as a once booming mining town. And while I love history, I was looking for a little different history this time around. So I stopped off at the Shady Dell. This 13-acre trailer court is full of vintage trailers from a bygone era, ranging from 1947 to 1959. But the retro theme doesn't stop with the trailers. So grab your bobby socks because we are now entering the 1950s. Great Scott! The Shady Dell doesn't just offer nightly accommodations. They offer an experience. Great detail was placed into getting it right. Here, you can stay in beautifully restored vintage trailers of all sizes, but you'll also get to experience life in the 1950s, right down to the period-appropriate decor. So rather than a coffee pot, you'll have a percolator. Looking for a USB connection? Try playing a record or watching an old black and white TV instead. Many trailers even have their own front yards.
The Shady Dell is unique because it is one of the few remaining trailer parks from the time period. This place started in 1927, flourished in the 50s, and was redone in the 90s as a theme park. Being that it is a theme park, people flock here for a bit of nostalgia.
In addition to the wide selection of vintage trailers, they even have a 1947 Chris Craft yacht, complete with galley down below. As for me, I'll be staying in the Tiki Bus. Now, many people can probably say they've fallen asleep on a bus before, but this vintage 1947 airporter bus offers a nightly experience that is truly unique. It's called the Tiki Bus, but also affectionately nicknamed the Polynesian Palace, and you can see why. Let's go have a look. Wow. I'm already impressed, and I haven't even went inside yet. They have a tiki bar out here with a hand-carved canoe table. It's actually very cozy. You have great views of the rest of Shady Dell right here from the patio. So if you're ready to settle in for a nightcap with a Mai Tai, this is actually a great place to do it. All right, stepping inside the bus. This is very neat. Of course, they still have the driver's seat here. You can open and close the door. This entire thing is outfitted with a Polynesian theme, which is really neat. You got the hand-woven roof right here. To further cement the retro vibe, they have a vintage record player. So this is very neat. And it looks like they have some vintage records. We've got a full-service kitchen, of course, a retro stove. Retro radio player, and a little dining room area, very cozy here. Couple of beds. Let's go see what's in the back. And bathroom. Then over here, looks like you've got some kind of pufferfish lamp. Yikes, want to be very careful around that thing. Well, this is the coolest bus I have ever stayed in. Okay, so it's the only bus I've ever stayed in, but still, very neat. Let's go see what else is around the property. You'll come across all types of neat things just walking around the Shady Dell. From retro memorabilia, oldies music, antique lawnmowers, vintage cars, coin-operated payphones, a smoking gazebo, and even a 1950s-style drive-in themed movie viewing area. For that extra authentic feel, have a seat in the car. They even have a diner, complete with boomerang countertops and checkered floors.
You really do see from the tiny things inside the trailers to all the care that was taken to make this place into the cute little cottage that it is. It really looks, feels, and acts like a 1950s trailer park. The feedback that we get from the guests are twofold. Normally we'll get reactions from, I remember that from when I was a kid, or we'll get, how do I use this? I don't know how this works. Those are usually the two that we get.
For some older folks, a place like this might bring back memories. For the rest of us, you get to experience something you might have only seen in the movies. So if you're ready to come experience a bit of yesteryear, come aboard. But make your reservation quickly because they book up well in advance. Now, how do I start this thing?